Mm. Mm. I need coffee. I'm trying to make sure my knees aren't in shot. Oh, I'll tell you what. Finally, yeah, it's been sat there for like 2 weeks now. Not even had a chance to look at this properly yet. Ugh. Good news and bad news. Good news is, from what I have seen so far, it's awesome. The bad news is, they didn't listen to me. They're still using crinkly plastic. Bandai, please sort this out. See, I got right up close to the camera like that then. Please, 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 please sort this out. It's awful place you're trying to film. Get this right way around. Tell you what. Just bear with me. No, stop it. Fingers. Ugh. That was scary. Ha, Mr. Fox, Mr. Fox, Mr. Fox, Mr. Fox. They're using stickers again. They can go. Not staying. I'll not be using those. I might use those on my PC actually. Bye bye. Look at that mask. Oh, that's gorgeous. That really is gorgeous. It's sumptuous and lovely and gorgeous and things like that. And look at those treads. Oh my word. That is stunning detail. It really is. It's like a proper boot. It's great. So that's all the arbor parts and pouches and things like that. So that's this is going to need a proper primer. I have a feeling that's ABS. Yes, that will need a proper primer. Proper primer, proper primer, proper primer, proper primer. Stop it. ADH is kicking in again. ADHD evening. Ooh, hold on. Hold on. Sorry guys, I've got to do this one for my good friend and mentor, Mr. Fox. There you go. He put a comment on one of my videos that it's not right unless I go like that and bang my Steadicam arm. That's kind of polyvinyl type thing, and we've got a clear part. I think, from what I've seen so far from other people's builds and postings and things like that, that's the stand that makes the floaty effect of the bike in midair. That's a solid piece that moves into polyvinyl. I love how they do this, the polycap things. But look at the detail. Look at the detail. It's ridiculous. Now then, ooh, that's a flak veiling shield, like they used on the ATST. Where's you gone? Come here, chicken buns. Chicken buns. Here, boy. There we go. So, oh dear, what was that? Chewie's falling out. Right in there. Oh, shocking lighting. Shocking lighting. Right in there. That part. Flak veiling shield. I think I mentioned that during that build, but that's that. I recognise that. That's one of my favourite kits of all time. Now, if you're able to and you're in a position to do so, please, 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 please have a look at that Tamiya kit. Tamiya, them. Have a look at that kit there, because it's a beautiful kit. It really is. Look at that engine nozzle. Right, I need to bring the lighting back in now. I haven't got the shiny box there anymore. Look at that nozzle. That's gorgeous. Shift you lot. Put you down, do this properly, Tony. Right, stop being giddy. Oh dear. So you're lighting out, because it's shocking. Oh, these were work better in my head, these things. I think that's the seat by the look of it. Look at the satchel. Look at the satchel. Oh dear me, it's beautiful. I'm terrified of these parts straight away. I have a feeling I'm going to break those. So I'm going to be very, very careful with that part. It's polyvinyl, look. So we'll move that, put that there. More crinkly stuff. Smooth. Don't you drop it on me leg. You're slicing me open. Oh, good, please Bandai, sort that out. Terrible for my sound. Handies, hands. Hands. I do the shit. No, stop it, you will get sued. So there's the hands. There's some kind of, I think that might be a shoulder joint. I could be wrong. More than likely am. So that's that. Yeah, stop it. Plagiarising Fox's videos again. So, polygaps. And this is not a review, this is a box opening. It's not a review. It's bad for you. So, we've got a bum. And a front cut piece by the look of it. And, or is that top end and bottom end? Oh, no, there's a cut piece. And thighs. But look at the detail. Look. It's moulded in fabric. It's moulded in fabric. And the same there as well. And it looks like shoulders and elbows, possibly. Not too sure what that is though. We'll find out when we get there. And wrists, by the look of it. Ooh, I've gone quiet because I'm concentrating. Ooh, tiny scope off his pistol, possibly. And pistol hand. Ooh. Okay, so put that one away. Because my ADHD's kicking in, I can feel it. He's a ooh, shiny. Like that. This is the part I'm looking forward to. So we've got the base stand for the figure himself. Excuse me. Body panels. Body panels. I like that. So we've got back end and the front end. Ooh, I have somewhere. I'm sure I've still got it. The exploding one where you press the little backpack at the back of the Hasbro model and the thing goes and falls into 3 pieces. I've still got that somewhere. I'm sure I have. I'll have to investigate that in the loft. Oh, that is gorgeous. Look at this. Look at this. The front scoops. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. I've got so much fun with this. I really am. I really am. There's a scuff there already. It's okay. It's smooth. Let's keep my eye on that. And then I can't wait to see this. Hang on. That's just laugh worthy. It really is. Water slide transfers. Decals. Oh my word, no. No. That's gonna go. That's gonna change. That's his mouthpiece. Nope. I'll be painting that in. I'll not be using transfers for that. No. Stop me nonsense. Okay, right, we'll leave that one for a minute. The front end itself. Oh my word. And then the back end of the engine and the engine itself. And I'm gonna have so much fun with this as well. It's huge, look at it. It's massive. Detail in there. Oh, that's going to look lovely. The foot plates and motorbike grips. Oh, I can't wait to get a wash into that. Oh, lovely. That looks like a gearbox off a Porsche. Could be wrong. It definitely looks like a try out of a Porsche. Stay. And then we get the instructions himself. Stop it. Breathe. Okay, so in the parts call out, that's about as close as I can get you right now. That'll do. Polystyrene. polystyrene, see I'm learning. PE, which is the polycap things. Polystyrene. Ooh, there's no ABS. Ooh, that has surprised me, because I definitely thought, is that the white pieces? Yeah, that's the white pieces. I definitely thought that would be ABS. However, I shall be using a proper primer this time, because I've got away with it for the last 3 builds of using Tamiya as my primer, and Tamiya paints even. Use your words properly, Tony. And I've been getting away with that. I'm not going to push my luck anymore. I'm going to use a proper primer. I'm learning my lessons. And the instructions themselves. Will you keep still? Sorry, I'm having tripod problems again. That looks so cute. That really does look so cute. See you back out again. So you got his mush, and then you got the... that looked like a clay part. Oh, it's buried away in the box again now. For the eyes and things like that. But look at that, you know, little mushroom head for the top of the helmet. Oh, it's like a little Lego thing. I like that. I do like that. Lovely, 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 lovely. So it all builds up nicely. So we start with the head, move on to the torso. I think Fox mentioned it in one of his videos, my good friend Macatin. Copies, that's brilliant. So it does move through, so you go head, torso, waist, we'll call it waist, the pelvic girdle. Yeah, it's a girdle. One leg, then the other leg. Ancillary parts. Now don't forget, with these things, we go from, shut up rumbling stomach, you've been fed. So we go from step 1, work through, step 2, work across and through and down, and go to step 3 and we work through, and then we come up for step 4. I always miss this part out because I'm silly and I don't read the instructions and I try and rush through it. So keep that in mind. You go from 3 up here for 4 because it's connecting subsections together, and then you move back into a sub-assembly. So do keep your eyes open for that. That's the usual Bandai thing of sticking a polycap. Oh. Polycap inside the shoulder top to put it inside the shoulder top to connect an upper arm together into an elbow and a forearm, things like that. So it's pretty much as you'd expect from anatomy. That pistol always made me laugh, even as a kid. It just looked wrong. It looks tiny. You know, you consider Stormtrooper has the Blastech E11. I know, I'm getting nerdy now. Sorry, I really am getting nerdy. Where's that come? Oh, he's disappeared. Oh, no, there he is. Hold! Come here, you. Don't start telling me there's droids about yet because you were there when I built them, and you really can't see a thing in that helmet, can you? So we get, yeah, the coolest weapon ever in any film, bar none. There we go, nice better. We can see it now. The coolest gun ever, based on the British Army Sterling. One of the scariest guns I've ever seen. I had a chance to strip one down as a cadet, and in real life there's like a massive great big spring. Go that side, it's easy. Massive great big spring in there. You take this end cap off to strip everything down, and if you take that end cap off wrong and that spring comes belting out, it'll take your bloody shoulder off. It's huge, it's massive, and really powerful. So you get that cool gun there, and then you get the big thing that's based on the MG42, which has disappeared completely in my pile of shame. I'm trying to work through it, and it's just ended up being a right old mess in that corner. I can't move, it's great. Yeah, Yes, you get these really cool weapons, and then Jedi came along and you ended up with that. Like that. Yeah, okay. Behave yourself. Right, so we've got the base. And that's what that thing is. It's the hinge for the stand that makes him stand. And we get the good old Bandai snap me together bases. And then we move into the bike itself. Oh, I can't wait for this. I really can't. So we're building the front end first with the cool... Oh, I can't wait for the scoop. I really can't. At the front. Really can't wait for that. The detail. Look at the detail. It's even got the little nose cone. Beautiful. Oh, stop springing in your spring. And then into the engine. That's actually quite a big engine. I hadn't realised. Yeah, even though I've got that crummy little AMT thing up in the corner there that I built when I was a kid, you don't really get an idea from that thing, so it's really badly moulded. But this thing, this is just sumptuous. It really is. Look at that. That's just, oh, that's insane. It really is insane. And you got all this cool piping too. All this cool piping. Lovely, 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 lovely. And then, oh, I really can't wait to start detailing this part. I've already got a few ideas in mind for this. Of how it's going to be done. What's that calling out there? It's got them shouty things at me. Yeah, put it in this way, stupid. And then that looks like it's movable. Going off that little rocky thing. I could be wrong. I have to know. And then the little backpacky thing. Yeah. I like these handlebars. These handlebars. Oh, I can't wait for this. I'm getting quite excited here. I keep going quiet because I'm concentrating on the thing instead of presenting. Do some presenting, Tony. This is what the people pay for. Hang on, I got paid? No, I don't. No. Get that. These things on that AMT kit were absolutely atrocious to work with. Nothing lined up at all. And they gave you this clear disc, which I spotted the other day and I've lost again now. No, I've lost it again. I did find it. They gave you this clear acrylic disc. It was like quite big, with a cut-out notch, the shape of supposedly that back end with these things attached. So it's like a come out. So it's like that kind of a shape, and nothing fit. It was ridiculous. It really was. The whole thing just was wrong to play with. I didn't show you that part, did I? The canoe. I'm calling it a canoe because it looks like... what's that? What's that? That's nearly as bad as the ATST base. At least they've given us a little bit more interest. It's not just an orange lump. There's actually some detail in there now. I'm claiming credit for that because I said, yeah, it's rubbish that. Let's throw some soil on, let's get some textured in. So they've made it a little bit easier. You can actually dry brush that now, whereas you couldn't with the ATST base. So I'm claiming credit. Haha. Me. That's all my doing. I made them change. But that's supposed to be a tree trunk. Is it? It's like a coffin lid with a window. It's a canoe. If you put it that way around, it's ridiculous. What's that? I'm going to plonk that in there like that, and a clear acrylic piece comes through. Too small. You'll do. Yeah, there you go. The clear acrylic piece comes through there like that. My stutter's kicking in. I've not stuttered for ages. Yeah, every bloody video. Yeah, I know, stop it. And then the bike attaches there, apparently, so you get the faulty effect. But that, ooh, because if I don't start a new clip, my camera cuts out halfway through the thing, which is why my videos tend to skip a little bit, because I get carried away and then poof, clip stops. Stop talking, Tony. Show people the thing. I'll try and do this again without too much shine, where they've done a little bit of detailing on the kit. So it is technically possible to do the detailing without actually having to paint it. But you know me, I've got to change it. I really do got to change it. Especially the black. The black. I will be detailing that black. Because, me being me, I don't believe in true black anyway. There's no such thing in nature. It's all shades of really, really dark grey and really, really light grey for white. That arm is far too clean, so that'll be muddied up. I mean, you can see it there on his ankle, hopefully. They've definitely done some kind of mucking up lower down in the ankle area. It's the same here. On the kit itself, that's actually all one shade from what I've seen so far. I can remember what I've just seen. That's all one shade of grey. They've actually detailed it so the grips are black and things like that. So we'll definitely be doing some detailing, especially in there on the intake and around the cannon and things like that. So there'll be some kind of metallic effect there. We'll do some kind of effect with that little satchel-y thing there. But this black, I'll actually be going really, really dark grey on that. I'll be showing you a few techniques to ADHD, no, stop it. A couple of techniques to show light and dark. I keep threatening to do a figure tutorial at some point, and I never actually got around to doing it yet. This will be a beginning for it. I think I've shown a tiny little bit of it with the ATST build on one of the pilots. It's like really rudimentary, but this will be a little bit more detailed. I get around to it. I can't keep my eyes off that butt. That's just, it looks like he's had a wedgie, a sumo wedgie. That's just wrong. Stop it, concentrate. So what I've seen so far as well of props and expanded universe and things like that, I've seen these things painted green, I've seen them painted brown with green striping and grey striping and all kinds of things like that, so I'm going to have to really, really study up on that. So it does depend on what source you've looked at as well. It's like that dress, you know, is it blue or was it black? Or I actually saw lilac and brown, I think it was. Yeah, lilac and brown I saw. Everybody else is arguing about these colours, I'm still there going, lilac and brown. Yeah, so I don't know. I'll have to have a think about that, but there's plenty of time for that yet, because I'm not actually going to get around to building this thing for another few days. Work's in the way. I have a couple of night shifts coming up again. I really do need a job where I can work from home. Okay, so just having a quick look through the instructions. I'll turn the camera off. Oh, I'm making noise again. Do apologise. They've actually done the instructions as a booklet this time, which is really, really handy, because it was quite annoying with the older instructions. Have I got one somewhere? Aha, you'll do. Until I find you. It's quite annoying having this great big fold out thing. Now, if you've built one of these kits, you'll have experienced with, oh, I've got to fold that now and stuff like that, and it's annoying. It really is. So I've actually done a booklet this time for this kit, which is fabulous because it ties in better with the Gundam stuff. But you keep still. Gimbal problems. And things like that. So we've already talked through doing a thing. This is the part I'm most interested in, because Foxlad keeps shouting at me to keep my eye open for ABS plastic, because ABS is absolutely shocking. It really is. But luckily I've got polystyrene, and I've cut my finger. Don't know how. Polystyrene, polyethylene, polycaps. Polystyrene, so I don't have to worry about ABS this time. However, I I shall be using this stuff, and I know some of you have had problems with this in the past. I'm about to do a 7-day stint in work, and I have found that if you leave this stuff for a long time, it cures properly. Which I found out recently with... It's alright, I've had a brain fart. I'm watching the screen at the back here, and it's got one of those little... I don't know, those little square things to make sure that everything's, you know, lined up in the middle, and I'm watching the little square follow those three, the numbers around. Yeah, it's distracting, I know. In real life, one of my birthday presents at the end of May was the Sea Harrier, and I used that stuff on it because I had a fortnight shift pattern. Ugh. I did the same with this fella, and I used the Vallejo Primer on it, and I've had absolutely no problems whatsoever because I was able to leave it for a long time to cure. I think it was 6 days altogether, curing time. However, I have used it on previous projects and it's pulled the paint away straight away because I've gone over it as if this is an aerosol primer. Yay! Where did you come from? Who are you? More importantly, why did you fall off? I don't even know what that was. Okay. So yeah, because it's not an aerosol primer, you've not got the gases evaporating to solidify everything. And this stuff is air drying, which really does take quite a while. And it is a true acrylic apparently. So if you are going to use this stuff, use the aerosol wherever you can. Unfortunately, I've not got the time to do that because it's quite late now, and I've got work in the morning and things like that, and I've got 7 days and I can't quite fit it in, which is perfect for this. Leave this as long as possible, but use an aerosol primer wherever you can. Did that make sense? Ugh, it's getting late, I need bed. I really do need bed. No, I need a job where I can work from home and I can do this properly. See, my imagination's running right now. And a cold coffee and things like that. Right, stop twaddling. The next clip you'll see should be this spray booth. So, purely in the interests of speed in my case for the time being, because I am limited for time, I'll have to do all this kind of stuff in a time lapse, I think. Possibly, I'm not too sure. Because I haven't quite got the time to sit down and sort through it properly. Where's it gone? I've just had that literally a second ago. I've had that paint and it's gone. It's there, right in front of me. So we've got the surface primer. Give it a good shake. And we shall be working on the bike itself. I know, I'm going to cover it. I'm basically going to spray all the frames now, and then when I actually take things away from the frames I can touch up again with this stuff, hopefully, at a later date. Like I say, I am really pushing for time at the moment. Good shake. Okay, look. Few squirts in the pot, nothing major, and the good part is, I'll just get the cleaning station so I can put you down. If I do put too much of that stuff in here, unlike the Model Air, even though it's by the same company, like the Model Air, I can actually unscrew that cap like so and pour the excess back in. Whereas you have to be a little bit more careful with the Model Air because you have to unscrew tops and pull things apart, and it's not very good. Trust me, I've done it. You spill paint everywhere. You might as well just use it up on something else. So, glove yields on. If you do aerosol spray this. It's exactly the same as, in principle, as doing the airbrushing. Go in a parallel pass so that everything's quite parallel. The biggest mistake people make with priming is they come in a sweep like that because they're using their elbow rather than the whole arm, so you get this massive sweep where you get hardly anything on this side, absolutely blasted on that middle section, and then again nothing on that side, and you end up with this massive great build up. Brilliant little faded effect. Can't get words out. Ooh, I don't like that. Oh, Bandai, what have you given me here? No, that's not good. Click that. Don't twist it. Clip it. Snip. Snip. It's a bit bothersome. So we want to try and stay as parallel as possible if you're aerosoling. So just chest me flow. And typically I've not cleaned my brush out properly, like a complete nerk. So I've got all kinds of greeblies and stuff like that, so we'll see how it goes. With the airbrush priming this way, you can actually get in and around all the details. Be a bit more detailed about it all. So we'll build up several light layers. As you can see, I'm not spending too much time in one area. So I've still got some of the brown showing through. I don't know if you can make that out, so I can actually see that on the back of my screen. I've still got some of the brown showing through on this first pass because I don't want to absolutely smother it. Smother even, because that way that's how you lose all your detail. Again, not staying too long in one place. I'm getting a few splits and splats here and there. I think that's down to I've not cleaned the brush out properly from the last time it was used, a couple of hours ago. So I've got something dried in the business end down here somewhere, blocking my nozzle a little bit. Oops, splat. Well, what's happening there, because I've got the crown guard off, I've not actually got full control over the vortex, but it's a little bit easier for me to clean. Let's give it a quick wipe, and that's all that is. You've got a little drip of paint drain on the end of the needle, so the minute I put air over the top of it, it flicks off and gives you these little splats. I don't know if you can make those out. There you go, those little splats there. Not a problem. will fade out with the weathering and stuff like that. And don't forget there's going to be at least another 1, possibly 2 layers of primer to go over this again yet. There we go, that's first coat done. Now as it's drying, again I can't quite tell on my screen whether that's going to show on film or not. It's actually quite I can't get the words out. What's wrong with me today? In real life that actually looks like there's hardly any paint on the back of these, but there is. So if you can, avoid the temptation of thinking there's not enough on there and then absolutely blasting it, because again that's how you lose all your details and you get really frustrated with it and you think, oh, I can't do this, and then you give up. Stick with it, persevere, take your time, and remember this is supposed to be fun. So leave that for a few moments. Let's get this engine sorted out. Oh, perfect, perfect, perfect. The camera will focus. Don't know if you make that out right in the end. Right there. We've got paint drying on the needle. And regardless of whether you've got the crown on or not, the guard, this thing, that will happen anyway. Let's say you got the vortex of air coming through, which will start drying paint on your needle. It gives you those little flicky off bits. So just keep your eye on that. For now. As far as clean up, I'll show you really quickly. Oh, with that, no, she's in that cup. Right, we'll pour the excess away. Oops. Back into the pot. Excuse me. That should do it. And then, exactly the same as we've been doing with everything else so far in the other builds. Clean out with a rag to begin with, just to scoop everything out. I say rag, I mean kitchen roll. All this blue stuff that I borrow from work, off the cleaners. Now whilst I've got that crown guard off, just be really careful. Quite a few years back, when I first got this brush, I had the crown guard off and I managed to snap it. Snap the needle at the end while I dropped it. Yes, I know. I didn't I swear. It's not too bad, it was only what, £8, something daft like that, £8 at the time for a new needle. Yeah, it is an expensive mistake, very expensive. I did replace that needle again recently because I had a tiny little burr just right at the tip. There's a little sticky out bit. It was causing all kinds of splatting as I was painting. So normally you can fix it by dragging it across one of these things, one of these sticks, you know, with a bit of rough on it, or wet and dry paper, you know, the really smooth stuff. Oh great, flashy battery already, really? Hey. So, as I was saying before the battery decided to run out, if you do get splatting, it's quite possible that you've got a tiny little burr at the end of your needle. So, rather than throw your airbrush away, just have a quick check and take your needle out, pull it back through, and just give it a little twist and pull across your, you know, a flashy part like that. You'll feel a tiny little jag on it. Okay, right, explain what I'm doing. So exactly as I've done in the rest of the videos so far. X20A, show you the proper way. Oh, there you go. X20A in there. It reacts straight away with the acrylic. Knocks it all down, as you can see. And I've got a couple of greablies there now. If you can make that out, we've actually got dried paint on the inside here. And I've disconnected completely from my air supply. So just have a quick swirl around in there. And then get right in the bottom of the cup, around the needle, which was around there. Back out, give his nose a bit of a wipe, and then come in with a cotton bud. Like so. Now all this stuff in here, we're going to tip that away. So bung it up again with some kitchen roll or something like that, tip it upside down. Be careful of the leaks. No, not that leak. Silly boy. And we've got most of the greablies out. There's still stuff in there I can see. So I'll put another couple of drops in. Work the needle backwards and forwards. Be careful though, because as you work your needle backwards and forwards, you will actually let stuff through at the business end. So give that another wipe. You might be able to see in there a little bit of cloudiness appearing where we've still got some paint back here and a tiny little bit at this end here. So I'll have another little swirl. As you can see, I've reactivated stuff in there. So I'll reconnect to the line now. Just put the nozzle. Don't look directly in. I didn't mention it last time I was showing you this in whatever build it was. 3PO build. I've actually got a camera in the way. But if you get this wrong, you'll splash yourself. So just tiny little pressure on the down button and draw the needle back slowly. You can see it spitting like mad. And so just ease off on your pressure a little bit. And what we're doing is we're forcing air back through and into this chamber. So we're mixing all the stuff around. Thinner, that's the word. Just to clean out the front end. It'll blow through. Soak it up, tip it upside down. And good old wipe. And if we block the nozzle up now, push back, you can still see the stuff in there. So we're not mixing this down. Just pull back, give it a couple of seconds blast. And now we'll blast this through. Because there shouldn't be any greeblies in there. Hopefully. Still got some paint in there. What I have noticed is a massive great big greeble just here, and I'm glad that's happened. It's like I say, there was something in the business end, it wasn't quite blowing through as it should have done whilst I was priming, so it's a good excuse to do a proper strip down and clean. We like this, we like this. Needed doing anyway. But generally, the technique I've just shown you is really good for quick changes of colour and things like that. Normally, had that been a clean airbrush to start with, would have been able to go straight in with the next colour. I'm glad this has happened because it needed doing anyway. Right, I'll need some water because we've got an ultrasonic cleaner. As you can see, it's all grubby and grotty, and I've dropped it a couple of times and things like that. If you're able to, get yourself one of these off eBay. It'll be your best friend, it really will be. Back in a moment. My dad's got the burps. Okie dokie. Sort my lighting out. Shocking and all over the place, and white balances everywhere. So we've still got the gummed up airbrush. I'll take that quick release off, and we'll unscrew the back guard thing. I'm slacking that nuts off. Where's my chuck gun? There's my chuck. Take off the front crown guard, splat, and the back front hinge. Go very carefully. Unscrew that no finely keeper thing. Right then, that is more likely the problem. All that paint gummed up on there. Yes. That won't help. Oh, my lighting's shocking. How's that? A bit better, I think. Is it? I don't know. Right, because we've got all that paint and greeblies in there, we're going to push the needle this way, forward, instead of drawing through the back. As you can see, there's loads of paint on there. So very carefully and very gently with our kitchen roll. Just have a quick sweep towards the front and get rid of the excess. And again, there's all kinds of paint gummed up right at the front end. So when I said there was a blockage at the front end, that'll do it. Which is why we have this thing. It's awesome. So screw the chuck back up, release the breachy thing. See, this is how much of an expert I am. I don't even know what the parts are called. So I can pop that off to one side, take the trigger out, that can go to one side, and then we've got the main chassis, which we'll very carefully place in there. Don't drop it in, because you've got tiny things in there that can break. So that's just normal tap water in there now, for the moment, and then we have the airbrush cleaner from Media, which is actually made by Iwata or owned by Iwata or something like that. Iwata Media thing. Good squirt, that's it. No precise measurement, it's just a good squirt. As you can see, it's all gone all soapy and things like that. Now, on this particular model of ultrasonic cleaner, we have the on-off switch there. We also have the clock. Now, I personally find 6 minutes should do it normally. Press the go button. You can hear that. And if you can see there, the front end, the nozzle thing, bouncing away like crazy. And if you have a look there, all that paint coming away from inside my crown. Any second you should be able to see all that floating away. There we go. Find the needle. It's under the bubbles. I don't know if you can make that out. The paint is actually bouncing away from the needle. Brilliant, I love this thing. I could sit here and watch this all day. About 6 minutes is going to drag and drag and drag and drag and drag, and you don't really want to sit watching that for 6 minutes, do you? So I'll show you when that goes shush. Yeah, 6 ridiculously noisy minutes later, we're ready. So, where's my little tray then? I normally have a little tray for this kind of thing, and typically it's buggered off and left me. Start calling at me, let's go. No, don't, stop it. Yeah, that'll have to do. So, a little tub, just we're not going to lose all the little small parts. And kitchen roll, kitchen roll, kitchen roll, kitchen roll, you'll do. So, find some more. Just put some kitchen roll at the bottom just to soak everything up. I'll put that in there, that in there. Hiccup, that in there. Like I was saying about the needle tip a minute ago. Well, a minute ago for me, it was about half hour ago. If you just run it and drag it across something fleshy, you'll feel a little burr if you've got any splotties going on. That's still a newish needle. I've only had it a couple of weeks, so I'd be disappointed if there's a burr on there already. But they can happen. It's just general wear and tear. And the amount of times it's going in and out of the needle, stop it, in and out of the needle. Not the needle. The airbrush, and through things like this. You can't pick up a nick and a dink here and there. So, oh, that's lovely and shiny again now. I like that. Okay, so that's all the small parts. And then we get the big fella. Get off. Get off. Get the big fella. And then some kitchen roll still. Like that. This is how chaotic I normally am with the build. It's just absolute pandemonium. You've got to say that with a broad northern accent. Pandemonium. Doesn't work otherwise. So with aluminium. What's the other one? Ooh, yes. Surrey from Bury. Oh, Surrey from Bury. I love that broad northern accent. Oy, I really do. So give all that a dry and then off to the side. Little shake, like so. Just get rid of any stuff that's in there. See, there, there's another one. Doesn't work unless you know them. It's over there. That's why it's over there. No, it's over there. That's what I said. That's one we used to get as well. When I used to work in corporate retail, we had a delivery driver who was from Wigan, or as he would call it, Wigging. And every time he turned up with his big truck, first thing out of his mouth, "Has he got stutty foot mouth?" You do what? "Has they got stutty foot mouth?" Yeah. Have you got anything to eat? It was quite odd, that fella was. Okay, so try not to over tighten that thing, because I've actually sheared one of these off on a cheaper airbrush. That was quite fun. Oh, completely ruined. And with these ones, you know, these like upwards of £100. It's quite an expensive mistake at the maker. Yeah, I know. Okay, so I've just done the collet at the back, push the needle home very carefully, very gently. There we go. And so we don't bend this part. This is what this is for. That's what that's for. Right. Retract the needle. Pull back. In fact, first, put some air on. And we'll reconnect. Quick release. Thingy. You can pick these up really cheaply off eBay. Some of these. And literally all it does. Now. It literally just screws into your existing airline. Pop that on. I missed it because I had hold of the air pressure as well. Well, there's usually, see that tiny little hole there? That's where the air comes through. And you get a little of goop. So don't look down that when it first connects. Otherwise it will go in your face. I've still got a bit of paint on the end of my crown. Why do I still have paint on the end of my crown? It should have come off by now. It hasn't. I'll tell the people this part. Then we get the crown. You can see the shape there. It's like a bell. Stop it. It's all concave, yes, concave and conical. I've still got some fluid knocking about somewhere. That's okay, that'll ease off. There we go, it's gone. And we put the nose guard on. Like so. Quick blow back. There's nothing in there. Lovely. Alright. Just put you there. Turn you off. And that's done. Right. This conical bell here, in this middle section, in this bit, take you off. What happens is that tiny little air hole that I was showing you a second ago, and this conical piece here, there's a gap. It's not much, but there's a gap. It forces the air in a tight spiral, and that's the whole point of that shape. It doesn't matter which way around it goes, but it goes into a little spiral, which then, as you retract your needle, it lets a drop of paint through. You press down for air like that, and you pull back a little bit. A little drop of paint comes through from the cup, hits the air, and then you get the bell shape on the opposite end, which then does this and fans out in a big tornado going the other way. And that's the science bit of how an airbrush works. Terribly explained, I know. I didn't really pay much attention to it, but I was like, ooh, little tornado. So you get a really big tornado, goes into a quick tornado that comes back out again as you go through that stage. It's fantastic how it works. Whoever invented this thing was a genius. Not the Iwata, but airbrushes in general. Absolutely genius. Right then. I'll leave that there. I've got to go to work. I've put it off long enough. I'm already an hour late. Yeah, I know. I had a doctor's appointment. Yeah, an urgent one. I need new tablets. Yeah, I know. Shocking. Never mind. I'll make up the extra hour tonight, and then yeah, things like that. So, while I'm away, so I'm not boring you with more priming in or anything like that. Primering or anything like that. In between, it'll literally be 5-minute jobs here and there. I'll finish the rest of the priming, and then hopefully by that point we can get the week out of the way, let everything dry completely, and then I can come back properly. Please God, I'll come back properly and then build properly and start painting and doing my normal tutorials. I really do need a job where I can work from home. If anybody has any suggestions, apart from doing this for a living, because there's not much money in it at the moment, drop me a line, let me know what I can do from home. Apart from chat lines. I don't want to go back into chat lines.